All right, problem number 7 is another way that they might give you inequalities on the GED test. Word problems are probably more likely than just giving you the inequality to solve. So this problem says the elevator of a local school has a maximum capacity of 2,000 pounds. If there are 3 people on the elevator that have a combined weight of 460 pounds, write an inequality expressing the possible weights that may be added to the elevator. So inequality is really just about comparing two things. In this case, we're comparing the maximum weight, or the most we can have on the elevator, and most weight we can have on that elevator. And we're comparing that to how much weight we're putting on that elevator. So the problem tells us that we have a maximum weight capacity of 2,000 pounds. That's the most weight that we can put on that elevator. So that's going to be the easiest part to write when we're starting with our inequality, is what we already know. What isn't going to change is how much that elevator can hold. We know it can hold 2,000 pounds. And we know that's the most that elevator can hold. So we have to remember about inequalities, and the fat part of the inequality always points to the biggest thing. So the fat part of our inequality needs to be pointed toward that 2,000 pounds, because that's the biggest, that's the most we can put on that elevator. In this case, we're also going to put a line under it, because that elevator should be able to hold 2,000 pounds as long as it has been designed correctly and everybody put the right screws in the right places. The elevator should hold 2,000 pounds, and we should be all right. So the equal sign goes underneath that inequality, because 2,000 pounds would be okay. Now, what are we putting on that elevator? Well, we already have on that elevator, we already have 3 people on that elevator. They're there. They together weigh 460 pounds. We're going to add some people to that elevator. We don't know how many people. Let's add a girl. I can't draw. But we're going to add them to the elevator. Here they are. They're going to be added to that elevator. So what should our problem look like? Well, first of all, just this part, where we've just already said the fat part of this inequality has to go to the 2,000, can help us in eliminating answer choices, because it cannot be answer A. Because what answer A says is what we put on is more than or bigger than the amount that we're allowed. We can't use this answer choice. We don't want to end up in the basement. We could use this one just by eliminating there, because this 2,000 pounds is the most that we could have on that elevator. The biggest thing, so the fat part of an inequality goes toward that. This one also could possibly be a correct answer, because it's pointed toward the 2,000 as being the biggest thing that we have, the most that we could put on there. This one cannot be, because it's saying what we're putting on is more than what we're allowed, what the maximum amount is. So just knowing that part eliminates us down to a 50-50 chance. If nothing else, that right there might get you to the right answer, because now you're down to just between 2 choices. Now we need to look at what we're doing. So what this is saying is we have 460 pounds, and we're going to add to it. Good for us, both of these are addition problems. Bad for us, doesn't help us eliminate. What numbers do we need to use in this? Well, let's look. This one, the difference between this and this is that there's a 3 with this problem, and there's no 3 here. What does this 3 go with? This 3, it talks about the number of people that are already on the elevator. The W in this case is what we're adding to that elevator. if we had a problem where we were talking about adding 3 people and we wanted to know how much each person weighed, we might need that 3. But since the 3 refers to this 460, it's an extra number we don't need. So this will be our choice here. We have 460 pounds already on that elevator, and we're going to add to it a weight that we don't know. But we could find out how much is the most we could put on that elevator by doing this problem. We could solve it, but this is all the equation asks us to do. It's just write an inequality. But solving that inequality would give us an answer. But the answer they want for this problem is W plus 460 is less than or equal to 2,000 pounds, our maximum allowable amount.